This is Andrew to my right, David Wilkins to my left. Uh, the title of our project is called NHL to Las Vegas. Basically, we wanted to get the jump start on building a 200 square foot NHL arena directly off the Las Vegas Strip. The reasons why we wanted to do this was to, have efforts to revive the NHL revenue generating techniques. One being that it's very unsuccessful in this present day and age, being that they're in a lockout. So this should help them out a little bit. Some of the reasons why we wanted to bring the NHL to Las Vegas is one, because they don't really have an NHL market. They don't have a market for extreme sports, professional extreme sports to be specific. Another reason is because this has a potential to be one of the biggest NHL venues on the West Coast. Being that Las Vegas and Nevada and the Strip itself has a pretty good and significant developed entertainment system, hosting events such as basketball games, indoor football games, soccer games, circuses, anything of that nature. It wouldn't be too difficult to incorporate these events because they're already within the local area. As far as the market analysis, we plan to attack our target market through signage, word of mouth, and broadcasting through local television deals and billboards and stuff of that nature. And we'll try to get the community of Las Vegas relatively familiar with our professional organization through sponsorships such as Mountain Dew and Red Bull. An example of this could be the way that mixed martial arts incorporated extreme sports sponsorships such as Mountain Dew and Red Bull to take on the face of their professional activities. And right now I'm going to pass it off to Andrew. To my right, he's going to talk a little bit about the economic impacts.
Okay, about the economic impact, bringing NHL to Las Vegas will bring not only the normal Las Vegas tourists to Las Vegas, but it'll attract the fans from the opposing teams and also bring a new fan base in to support the team locally. It'll give fans from across the country another reason to visit Las Vegas. It'll benefit surrounding hotels, restaurants, and gift shops that will now be selling merchandise and other things to go along with the team. With 41 home games, this will add entertainment to an already entertaining city. Not only will it open up new jobs, but it will also increase surrounding residential value by the millions, overall positively affecting the city's economy.
As you can see from looking at our balance sheet, we chose to incorporate a few assets which would be important for our first year of operations. Assets such as equipment, land, building, inventory, and also accumulated accounts receivable. Another important asset that we chose to incorporate was a construction, which cost $7 million roughly. This number ultimately came from the price of $7 per square foot, the square feet being about 152,900 square feet, and a total of 25,000 seats that are available in the venue. Moving on to the income statement, majority of our revenues from year to year came from the accumulation of ticket sales. As for the average attendance through our day-to-day operations, whether it be football, basketball, or the NHL itself, a majority of our expenses came from salaries, which totaled of about $1.5 million from year to year, and also a general and administrative expense to go along with that depreciation as well. The reason for this is because of the accumulation of the assets over the years, and also the maintenance of previous assets that we had as well. To go in a little depth about the statement of cash flows, as a total, there were many different subjects and accounts which counteracted each other in terms of the effect that they had on our cash from year to year. But for the most part, the abundance of cash, whether it increased or decreased, came from our long-term debt payment that we paid out each year from the loan that we had taken out. An additional amount of money that had been spent each year, at least for the first 5 years, was the investment of equipment, which was $50,000. From year to year, our operations cash flow steadily decreased. This is probably because the increase and decrease in inventory and accounts receivable from year to year. As far as our depreciation schedule, we only had a total of 2 assets which we chose to depreciate over our useful years in life. One being the building, in which we depreciated over a 30-year lifespan at $62 million. Second being equipment. For the first year, we had a purchase of $500,000 in equipment, and for each year, in addition to the first, we added about $50 worth of equipment. So we chose the straight line method of depreciation, which gave us a fairly discrete and stable number that we were able to incorporate in our balance and income statement throughout each year. And this number stayed consistent at about $2,540,000. Finally, the loan that we had taken out totaled to $32,700,000. Some of the terms of the loan were an annual interest rate of 5%, number of payments per year, which included one, and the amount of years that the loan was to be paid off in full was 30 years, same as the depreciation amount. The principal payment that we paid on the loan, the initial principal payment, excuse me, was $492,181.93. Our initial interest payment totaled $1,635,000. And in total, this loan amount went along well with the amount of assets that we chose to acquire over our initial years of operation and completion of building this venue.
Okay, and for the financial analysis of the balance sheet, took out, well, to summarize the sheet, we took out a loan of $32,700,000 to accommodate for the assets cost. And the key assets consisted of the building at $62 million. Accounts receivable took a solid leap from year 1 to year 2, which had a negative impact on the cash in year 2. Cash increased approximately $12 million in 5 years. To summarize, we believe that starting a NHL franchise in Las Vegas would be a great idea, Las Vegas, Nevada. And the city is filled with various amounts of entertainment options, and it will bring a new crowd to the city, and it will eventually impact it in a great way. Cities that have professional sports are always impacted positively in the economy. In this case, the people of Nevada don't have the opportunity to have a job to be loyal to. Therefore, bringing in a team into the city of Las Vegas, giving the people a chance to rally around a team and become a fan of a team that can associate and create revenue large enough to host venues and professional or semi-professional hockey games. The venue could also be turned into a football arena or a basketball court. In addition to the project's probability of success, it has the potential to create enough revenue to pay off any loans needed to start the project.
Basically, as a result, this is a very feasible project that we feel is could be achieved and attained with the right amount of money invested into it. and that's basically it.